Hey there, it's Patmos and welcome for yet another episode with Land of the Vikings. Let's speed things up a bit as we are in year 2, day 23, so things are going okay. Oh, we have a problem because we have a brewery, but we have no stuff to put in it. Well, that will be solved anytime as soon as winter's over, which will take quite some time. But now it's time to expand our city. We have been working on a few houses. Also right here, we expanded, so that's good. And now it's time to take it even a step further. Now we have quite the resources, so that should be quite okay. And one of the things we can build, or hopefully can get to soon, is the war dock, because then we can make warships. Now if we go to the Tree of Life, we will see up here that we got all the way up to here. And now it's time to go for different things, like either the training camp, or the trader, or things like that. Or apparently we should have already gotten this. So we can get the training camp. So let's get towards the warships. We can also trade now. But there's also all these small pieces that we did not get earlier, which could help us quite a bit. Especially things like this, automatic planting features. And this is automatic harvesting features. So that's very nice. Now we don't have to keep working on telling the farms to start working all the time. They will do that automatically. Workers work 5% faster in the fields. That's really good. So now we've spent some points, but I think we've spent them well. Let's see. The blacksmith has no stuff. He needs more goods. Well, they will come in slowly, so that should not be too much of an issue. What will be an issue soon... Oh, we ran out of people in here. Will be to make sure that we get enough things like barley and stuff to produce beer. So we need to set up a few productions and keep them going. Here we have the mine. I think this is going to be another mine. Yeah, okay. Well, let's keep working on that, as we are now actually going to expand our farming production, because we need a lot more food. We need a lot more fields. So let's get going with that. Let's make them as long as possible. Yep, here we have another field. We can only set this once we have told it what to produce. So after the winter is over, we can start to tell our farms what to produce and how to produce it. So that can be interesting. We're going to put this farm around the well. So we're going to make it as long as possible. Like this. Very nice. Yeah, there it is. Very good. We have newcomers. Newcomers will arrive in your village. Well, we can make them join or not join. I'll let them join. That's okay. We can do with a few newcomers, especially now that we are building those extra housing. Here's a training camp being built, so that will be pretty cool to see how that will go. And I think in the end we're going to need more farmland, so we need to think about where to build more farms. I'm not 100% sure where we should do that, so we have to give it some thought. Could well be in this area, for instance, to do some farming here and build a little village out here, because that could help us get workers across the map. And because walking distance is a factor in this game, that could actually be quite good to have workers closer to jobs like this. So building a second sort of village here, or third one, because we already have a second one, could be a good idea. I think we didn't run out of herbs. Okay, that's good. I was kind of scared we did. Always a good thing. You can always check the resources you have. We still have a few herbs, so that's okay. No worries there. And of course we have this second part of town, and maybe we could even build some farms in this little piece of land. That could be interesting. We might give that some thought. But it's also tricky to not start to build too many things. So as you can see right here, we are already building a few houses, and they're not progressing that fast. Now you need to know that builders are the ones collecting the goods and delivering the goods. So make sure that you get enough builders. I like to keep all buildings completely occupied. That's always good. We don't actually need that many laborers at this point. Maybe we should do it like this. We need another hunter, of course. So you need to put people into all the buildings manually all the time. So as soon as somebody dies, you have to put them in manually. Later on, there is a button where you can replace workers, which basically means that if a worker dies, you can replace them automatically. But that won't happen until you unlock it in the Tree of Life, and that's quite far away for us right now, so that won't happen. But these two screens are quite important to use. For instance, the firewood one is very important because you don't want to run out of firewood. We are about to run out of firewood. Luckily, we have some coal, but it could be a good thing to ramp up the production of firewood to make sure that we keep having enough of it all the time. Now we can easily place it here, I think. Yeah, this will fit. Alright, that's one, but I think I'm going to do another one just to be prepared for the future. Now we can do that one near these houses, so these people can work in it. There's a warehouse close by too, so that they can put it in the warehouse. So this might just be a very nice spot. Don't forget to decorate your town every now and then, especially with lighting. People like it. You have to zoom in a bit to actually see this little green lantern that we're placing. People also like to have a road to their house, so they like those road connections. So those things are really something that you should give some thought. Make sure that people have what they ask for. I don't think we can actually build a big road here. But we can try. No, I can't. There's no way we can build a road there. What we could do is make the road bigger, or in this case smaller, and see if we can fit a smaller road in here. But there's no way we are going to fit a road in this area. But that's okay, they can go there and they can walk there, so that's okay. And that should be quite fine. Maybe we could build a small piece of road like this. Yeah, we actually can. Yeah, we can build a small road here. At least somewhat like that. So then they have a piece of road, which they will really enjoy. Let's put a torch out here. So that these also have lights. They will like that. That will make your villagers more happy. We can see right here that it feels cold. So a lot of villagers have troubles with the freezing. So that's why we need warm clothing, for instance. They have good clothing, some of them. So that makes them happy. And a relative died. Well, that's always something to be sad about. So that's why those are sad. Alright, let's take a look at this warehouse, because one of the ways to help this warehouse out is by placing decorations. This will increase the storage space for this warehouse. So we can just easily place some barrels outside. And, well, you can make it as beautiful or not as you want to. I'm just going to do it a little bit like this and then it's fine. Let's place a few crates here. And now we have upped its limit to 266. So it can house 66 more goods, which is actually quite good. So I like that. More and more houses get built now with the extra builders that we have. And our training facility is ready. We can now train troops, which is fairly easy. We have two types of troops that we can train, the light infantry or the archer. And you can see here what you need to train one. We need 8 silver, we need light armor, and we need a shield. And for an archer, we need light armor and weapon parts. We can see right here we have 2 weapon parts. You will need 3 to build 1 archer. We have 2 shields, so we should be able to train 2 light infantry. Now, of course, they will go off the number of villagers that we have, so we should not train too many at a certain time. And there's a lot of factors involved. Speed and strength are good for light infantry, but you should also take into account the age. If you train someone that's already 57, then in a few years from now they'll die and that will be a waste. So what I like to do is switch to age, so we get the young ones, and then see if their traits are a bit okay, and if they are, we'll train them. Sorry, had a little cough there. So let's see. We need strength and speed. Well, these are all quite okay. I think this is a good one. So let's train this one up. And this one seems to be fine. Also, this one is even a little better. We'll train up 2. We can see that we have everything that we need. You can just hit the training button and now they will start training. It will take 2 days. So they will take their time. But then we have the training camp and we'll have our first 2 soldiers to defend our little town. Now look at some of the detailing of this training camp. All the shields and banners that are up there will have your town's markings on it. So that's really cool. We can now see the guy training here. The shields that they train with don't have the markings on it. They just have the generic markings. So maybe that's something for the future they will work on. But at least we're working now. And we get 2 soldiers. That's very nice. Some miners died, so we have to put in miners. Alfheimer was discovered. Oh, that's nice. We discovered a town. Always nice. Let's put 2 people in the brewery. Alright, this all looks good. I think we should keep expanding the housing, because these are already done. But we can also see that all the new houses are already occupied. That goes really fast. And if you want to keep growing, you need to keep growing the amount of houses that we have. So let's go with that. Let's just try and squeeze in as many as we can. So we'll do 1. Always have to turn it again, but that's okay. 2. 3. And 1 more. Let's rotate it a bit. 4. That's 4 extra houses. All right, now let's build a little road here. It can even pass through, so that's very nice. I think we should build a new road from this area now. And then connect it. There it is. Very good. Well, that will be 4 more houses. That's always a good thing. Let's add a few decorations now. Ooh, a missing dagger. We get a nice event. These are really cool. Adil's dagger has disappeared. No one else has a similar dagger. The villagers have confirmed this. Adil's one villager claims that one of the newly arrived Engli family stole the dagger because he saw a dagger in one of their hands. The Engli family says the dagger belongs to them and denies the accusation. They could not solve the problem between them. The family Adils, I bought the dagger from a market outside the village. Nobody else has one. Everyone knows this. I want my dagger back. And the Engli say, the dagger is a family heirloom. I always carry it with me. This is the only item I could bring with me when escaping the raid. And if I stole it, why would I use it publicly? Alright, we have 2 families. One, very big family. They've been really busy. And we have Engli's family, which is a bit smaller. Now let's go to the options. The theft should be investigated. We get fame. It might lead to a new event. And we pay 25 silver. Alright, interesting. Blame the Engli family and kick them out of the village. You blame the thieves family and kick them out of the village. We lose fame, but the villagers would be happy. Blame and execute Engli. Ooh, that's not good. Villagers will be happy. Fame is lost and the Engli family would be very unhappy. Or we do not mess with this. Alright, I say we investigate this. I want to see what comes from it. So let's see. What's this? The merchant ship has arrived. Alright, let's view the offers from the merchant ship. What does he have? Iron tools, meat, white meat, bread, wool, and wintery. Well, we have enough food to survive for a little bit more, so that's no problem. And all the rest is also not of interest, so we'll keep it like this. Let's take a look at the farms. This one is completely filled up. This one too, so I think all the farms actually are completely filled up. Now what we can do is build extra. And how does it work? Well, we'll build an extra coop. And as soon as new chickens are born in the old one, and they go over the limit, then they will be transferred to the new one you build. Which also means, of course, that for a little while we won't be getting any extra meat out of it. But after a while, once the second one is filled up, we'll get twice as much. So it's a bit of a trade-off. You need to make sure that you have enough food to actually survive the period that you get a little bit less. But if you do, it'll be fine. It'll be interesting. Let me take a look at my fishing docks, by the way. Okay, we have 4 boats, so that's good. We can... this is the trade dock. We can set this one to... automatically repair ships. Oh, we can't do that yet. The trader. Everyone was having fun at the inn. There was singing and drinking. Later that night, most of the people were drunk as usual. Some were dancing. There was also Ragnar among the dancers. He was so drunk that he could hardly stand. After a while, he stumbled and fell to the ground. Everybody looked at him and laughed. They noticed something falling out of his pocket. Ragnar Everyone suddenly fell silent and looked at Ragnar. What he dropped was Adil's dagger. Ragnar, please forgive me. I needed money. I was going to sell it in the market and pay off my debts. I beg you forgive me. Or Adils, I'm very sorry to blame the newcomers. I didn't think the trader was among us. I was wrong. Alright, if we kick Ragnar out of the village, Adils and Angli are happy, and Ragnar's family will be unhappy. Make him pay compensation. We get 40 silver. Torture him. Ooh, that's not nice. Or forgive, and then all the villagers will be unhappy. Well, we're not going to accept any thievery, so we'll kick Ragnar out of the village. We have to unlock this, but then we can auto-repair ships, which is very powerful. So that will be a nice feature to have later on. For now, I'm just kind of hoping that winter ends at a certain point, because that will be good for us. We ran out of a herbalist. Now he's back. Let's go take a look at the tailor, because here we have production, and we can see that he is producing everything. But we don't need any heavy armor. We have a lot of heavy armor, and we're not using that anytime soon. We don't need a lot of light armor at this point as well, so let's get a little bit less of that. We have some fabric, but we don't need any more right now, so let's kick that off. And of course we want winter high quality clothing. We have the goods for it, so let's put wintry out and let's put in high quality, because that's even better. So let's just focus on high quality clothing so that all the villagers can have high quality clothing. I think that'll be a good extra. Alright, I see that the coop, that the tree there is now gone, so we can now build the second coop here. Let's do it a bit like this so that we can add a road. Even though it might just be a small road that we can add. If we can add a road at all. Oh, we can. I think we should get rid of this hunting hut because it's a bit too close to town. Let's build the hunter all the way up here, if we can. Yes, we can. Maybe we should even build 2. So that we can really get what we want. That's 2. It's a bit of walking, but that's okay. And maybe soon we should do the same with the gathering hut, because we also need those herbs and stuff. So let's build an extra gathering hut somewhere where it can be productive, which is up here for now. Alright, interesting. And then soon we'll get rid of the hunter here, and then we can extend that road to right there. I think that'll be a good solution. Now, I'm not going to place extra pens for all the animals, because then we won't be getting in any meat. And we're stuck around 280 food for now. But as soon as the coop is done and it's filled up, then we can do another one of these and switch it out. But I also think we need to expand the farming even further. So let's go with that. Because then as soon as the spring comes, we can really start to work in the farms. Yep, there's another field. Very good. Can't pick something yet because it's not the end of winter, but as soon as winter is over, we can pick what good we want. And then our farmers can start to work. Does look like our village is nice and quiet, and they're building these now. I also believe we have the extra mine up now, but I don't think... No, it's not ready yet. Well, they're taking their sweet time. They're bringing in the stones soon, I hope. Well, we have plenty of builders, so let's put it up to 15 now. We have plenty of laborers too, so that's no worry. Ooh, the stonemason died both. So we'll you really have to keep your eyes out on what you need in your village in terms of refilling the jobs, because otherwise you might just run out of people at some places and we won't get any new goods in then. So that's really an issue. There's quite some micromanaging to it, which you can unlock automation in the Tree of Life every now and then, but it's still quite a bit of work. It's fun though, I really enjoy this game, don't get me wrong. And I think it's good that you need to put in some effort to actually get automation, so that's no concern for me. I like this. Alright, let's build a few pieces of road, because people really get happy once their house is connected to the road. That's really something for them. So make sure you connect your houses to the road. It will make them more happy. Alright, all these houses get built now. I guess they'll all be occupied very soon, but that will also help us to grow our village. We can have more children. Because if when people live together, they can start to have kids. Ooh, these all have only one partner. Maybe we should just kick them out of their house so that they can live together with somebody else or something like that. I don't know if that's a nice way, but it's a way. Let's call it that. Alright, let's prioritize this coup. I want it done. Although we're doing quite the building, so we'll have to be a little bit careful that we're not doing too much. Now, if you go over your decorations, which you should do regularly, you might find something like a scarecrow, which will increase the yield of fields. So what I like to do, you can just place it in the middle there, is put a scarecrow in each field because it will increase the yield. So it really benefits to go over some of this. It makes it easier for villagers to find direction, increases their walking speed. So if you place a few road signs, it will increase the walking speed of villagers. I don't know how closely you have to place them, or at how many or whatever, but it helps. So do so. Place things like that. Read what might happen or what might help and what might not. And that can really benefit you if you do it correctly. So it's well worth it to go over all the different decorations and find out what they do and how they can benefit you and your village. Alright, they're bringing in the logs now, so that's a good thing. And then hopefully soon we can get back to extra chickens. Now we can see that our food is slowly diminishing because we don't have a big bread production at this point. I think we're all out of the goods. Yes, we are. What we need to do, though, is make sure that we can store storages, a lot of wheat and a lot of barley. This is one for the barley. This is one for the wheat. Because we're going to need a lot of it. We're going to use a lot of it. So let's make sure that we can store it all, because fields can get quite productive. We have only one beer maker, so we need to store the barley for a while. I was kind of hoping that they were already chopping down the tree. Yeah, they're busy with it. So as soon as it falls, we can build this one. But it's really beneficial to have multiple of these, because it will really help you store all the wheat and grain. As you can see, we're totally out of those two now. But as soon as we get more productive, having more of that will help your village to really grow. Because if we can store all the grain that we want... there's really no space there. There is some space here, but I don't know if this is a good spot for it or not. Can we build one extra here? No, that's a little bit too cramped. I also think we should place it a little bit close to the mill, if we can. So let's place one here. The more we can store, the longer we can keep producing bread. So as you can see right here, we're not producing bread right now, because we don't have enough grain to actually produce bread. But if we did have, we could be producing bread all winter long. We're totally out of bread now, so adding that and getting that extra is a benefit that you should make use of. Alright, we have the extra chicken coop. We already have a chicken in there. That's good. Oh, these are walking here. Can they go in here then somewhere? Ah, no. They're just bringing wood and stuff here? Why is that? Is it working for this area? Let's see. Alright, so they walk up here, but they apparently place it there. Oh, that's really interesting. That's a fast way of bringing goods. There's some sort of elevator there, I guess. Alright, here we have a hunting hut, I guess. Hello? Yeah, there it is. A gathering hut. Alright, well, let's see which advantageous pieces we have here. Speed and lucky. Alright, so that should bring in more herbs and stuff soon. Which we will definitely need if our village keeps growing. We're going to need a lot more herbs. Ah, they're building this now. So we get another hunter's hut. We lost a miner again. Nothing else. Okay, very good. Now, once this hunter is done, I think we should destroy this one. Or we could just do it right now. Ah, we have to click yes. Yes, demolish it. Well, there it goes. That's quickly. Oh, they did not finish this one yet. I thought it would be done by now. There she goes. Finishing it, hopefully. There it is. All right. Let's put new people in here. They need to be strong and lucky. Well, this one is not a good choice then. This one should be fine. And, well, this one should be okay. All right, that's an extra hunter. I believe we have another hut placed. Yeah, right here. Looks by the tracks that they really walk all the way up here. But we'll see. For now, this works. Hopefully. So that we get some extra food in here. Yeah, let's build a road towards it. And then maybe we can do some extra farming here too. Or extra animals and stuff like that. I would really like that. There's 2 chickens in there now, so it will take some time. We're also getting into the spring period. Yeah, we can start sowing. Let's plant some wheat. Let's plant some wheat. And now we can automate everything. So that's good. We're going to do even more wheat. And then 2 fields with barley for now. We might expand that later. But at least for now it's a start. And it's a bit organized. We have 10 farmers. So they will start to work on the first few farms. There's 4 in here now. There's 4 there. So there could be 2 on the other farms. Yeah, 1. All right. Now they can't do everything at once. So they will go from field to field all the time. But that's fine by me. I don't really mind if they do it that way. As long as they do their job. So it is something. And I'm quite happy with it this way. Alright, we need to leave the trees and stuff here for these to work properly. So we'll do that. We were also building an extra gatherer up here. Yeah, there it is. Ah, we already filled that up. Okay, very good. This one should also still be working. Yes, and it's working quite well. So no worries there. Well, nighttime is falling over our town. I think we did quite well. Ah, the second mine is done. Very nice. Let's start mining for iron. They need to be strong. And preferably live a bit close. But apparently they do. Well, it's okay close. Not too close, but it's okay close. Very nice. And I think it's now slowly time to start thinking about another part of town in this area. I think they should chop down a few trees first, but then that could help. Alright, these are getting the coal. We have plenty of coal. We still have firewood left. We actually grew over the last period in winter, so those extra firework places are doing a very good job. I think I want to up this though to like 750 just to make sure for the future that we get plenty of firewood now. And then in the future we can do different things. Spring is coming. As the snow melted, Mother Earth threw off her cover and began to breed once again. The birds were dancing in the air, nesting among the newly bloomed flowers of the trees. Undoubtedly the spring has come to our lands. Fields can be reused, and fruits and herbs can be collected again. Very nice. Just what we wanted to. Alright, let's chop some trees here and then expand our housing. Especially up here, I think, in this corner that we're trying to make clear now. We should get extra housing up here. And maybe even just in this area. Why not? As long as we can get more housing, it's good. And at the same time, we can get a lot more trees. And we can use that wood, actually. So I'm going to reduce the number of builders for a bit. Somebody died in the blacksmith. Somebody died as a carpenter. Need an extra miller, 2 extra hunters. But that's probably these 2 extra hunters. We set it to 4 now, but they're not in here yet. Let's go see strength and lucky. Alright, we'll do this one then. And we'll do this one. We have 2 hunters here. I don't think we have more than 2. Yeah, that's it. Alright, so that works. Still want the 10 farmers. Alright, this is ready. This is sewn in. I'm not seeing anything happen here, but I think it's sewn in too. This one is already quite sewn in. Or this one just gives a little issue. I'm not sure. I have seen people working this already. There just doesn't appear to be anything happening right now. This one's already quite far. They're already watering it. Brabant was discovered. Okay, interesting. Maybe we should add the amount of farmers. Let's up it to 16 for a field. So... there's a lot of watering going on there. Well, hopefully they get to the other field soon. $15 should be fine for now. Hopefully we can get into the bread baking soon, because we are now down to 200 food. So since we started, we lost quite a bit of food, about 100, which is a third of what we had. Luckily now the hunters should do a good job. The gatherers should be collecting fruits again. But we might also just maybe need an extra fishery or something like that. Need to try and squeeze things in a bit though, because we don't have that much shoreline actually, so might be a good idea to make sure that we use as much of the shoreline as we can. We also need more housing. I think we should just try and build a row of houses here. Like this. But maybe we should just build a road here first. Ooh, justice dilemma. Knowing that he is not like everyone else, Thrain is being beaten by the village bullies whilst talking madly in the village square. The duty of these tyrants is to protect the rights and dignity of every citizen, but the public is divided on what to do with this crazy villager. Most of the villagers, fed up with how he is talking and acting, want this man to be exiled, while others want his bullies to be punished so that they can no longer bully anyone. Well, if we exile him, then some of the villagers will be unhappy with this. If we pay for the loss, we need to pay silver and he becomes disabled. Alright, we'll exile him. We'll have some unhappy villagers, but we'll deal with that later. We don't want mad people in our village, of course. I don't think that's the best option for our village right now. Alright, let's expand a little bit in this direction. As long as we can. Yeah. Alright, 4 more houses. Very good. Let me take a look at this area now. There's still a lot of trees up. But there's an open space here. So what I would like to do is build a marketplace here. And as soon as that's up, we can start to build houses all around here. Just to make sure that we get an extra part of town in this area too. I think it's good. There's some more stones here. Still a lot of stuff can be gathered, so that's a good thing. So let's see, there's a blessing. You have been blessed. The lights of Freya shone upon your village like a golden sun and blesses your land. Fields and fruits yield more crops. Very good. And a merchant ship arrived. Alright, let's view its offer. What does he have? Fabric, bread, fruits, white meat, leather, wool, wintry clothing, and iron. We have some money, but I don't really know what to buy with it. We have plenty of wool, we have plenty of leather. We don't really need fabric. We don't really need food. We could use some food maybe. Bread's pretty cheap. Alright, we'll buy 6 bread from him. Maybe some fruits. Now that he has them. We have the money for it. Why not make use of it? Alright, let's trade. So now we got some extra money. Extra food. Not extra money, extra food. I think that's good. We can already see that our chicken coop is getting more populated. Already 10 out of 20. So soon we should be getting more meat out of that as well. Then we can maybe do one of the others. This field's now finally starting to work too. So, well, they are well on their way. Very good. This is a very active field, so we'll get barley soon for some beer. No, we don't have a trade ship. There's food in there that they can take out, so they will probably slowly do that. I think we should build a road. Yep, there they go. Because over roads they walk faster, so that's always a good thing. Just like that. And we'll build a road this way too, so that we can connect this one soon as well. Alright, I'd say things look quite okay. And that's also going to be it for this episode, because it's been over half an hour and we made quite the advancement. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. Leave all your comments in the comment section. I will respond to it. And then, of course, I hope to see you in another video. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.